Alright, this is going to be a review of the LL Bean Men's Trail Model Rain Jacket. It's size large, has a nice, they have Tech 2.5 fabric. It's pretty soft and it's very waterproof. This jacket actually, I've had two prior versions of this rain jacket over several years, and I can say they're super lightweight, super breathable. I've been in downpours of rain where all the water just sheets right off. It's a really, really good rain jacket, and they're usually about $75 or $79. So compared to, like, say, a Gore-Tex rain jacket, it's a lot more reasonable and practical. They're super light, they pack up well. I mean, we've taken them on trips to other countries even, because a lot of times when you're traveling, if you pack a fleece and a raincoat, you can use them in double layers. I mean, even we went to Israel several years back, we left in the middle of the night to go up Mount Sinai, and we had a fleece and a raincoat and gloves and a little thing on our head because it was cold, and it worked pretty well. So yeah, let's take a look at this jacket today. And this actually, LL Bean, the other feature that's nice about it is, like I mentioned, two prior versions of this rain jacket. I bought both of those, but the last one I had a problem with the lining coming off the hood, and so I contacted LL Bean, and they actually sent me this replacement jacket for no charge because it has a lifetime warranty against wear, and that's really outstanding. Alright, we'll take a look at the jacket in general. It's, like I said, it's very, very lightweight. It's one of the lightest rain jackets I've ever felt. If you ever felt a Marmot Precip rain jacket, it's really, really light like that, and actually has a similar feel to the fabric. It might be hard to see here on the camera, but the fabric itself has a really small grid pattern to it. There's waterproofing on the exterior, but then there's also this interior soft fabric that also allows breathability and water resistance. Alright, let's take a look at it. Like I said, this is size men's large. I'm about 5'10", about 190 pounds, and I usually wear size large in clothes. This has a pretty good fit on the shoulders and things, as we'll see, but I think the body of it is a little bit too big for me, but it is designed to be worn, as their site mentions, with another layer under it, like a fleece jacket. Alright, well, you have a nice zipper. These are all YKK zippers, and they're very smooth, and all the poles have these little paracord additions, which helps a lot. If you've ever been, when you have gloves on, or it's in the morning, it's cold and dark, and you're tired, and your coordination's not as good, or it's just easier to grab onto the zipper pulls when they have a little extra pull. So this one and the pockets have that, and they usually pick some kind of complementary color pattern that goes with the jacket. There's flat plackets over both side pockets. There's right and left pockets, and also this chest pocket on the left chest has their logo in embroidery here. Some jackets, the color will stand out a little more. This one is blue, it says LL Bean, but has a nice chest pocket here. I really like having that upper chest pocket. Some North Face jackets have it too. It's just handy for, maybe some extra cash or papers or a card or who knows what, It's just nice having an extra pocket up there. And you can kind of see it on the inside. There's the upper pocket and the side pockets. They're mesh to help with breathability, and they're really, you could even put something on the inside, I suppose, too. There's an extra pocket there, but I haven't really loaded it up a lot. In general, when you look around the hem of the jacket, we'll see this when we put it on, there are these little cinch cord things on each side, so you can squeeze it in and tighten it up around your hips or body to block wind and water, depending on how it fits you, or if you have the second layer on or not. Now, like I mentioned, it's very, very light coat, very breathable. This interior liner is a little bit smooth, a little bit, not quite rubbery, just some kind of I'm not sure how to describe the feel, but it's very soft, and even if you're a little sweaty, it feels nice against the skin. The sleeves are smooth also, which is really nice if you're wearing a long sleeve shirt, so it doesn't bunch all up your arms and your shoulders, etc. If you've ever had it happen, you know what I'm talking about. There's a little hook here. You can use it for hanging on the locker or whatever, any other hook. I usually just use the hood for that. The hood itself has a nice rain brim here. It's firm, actually. It feels like it's probably, it has a little, I feel it. Oh, it's the cord probably there. It actually feels at least 2 or 3 times the thickness of the regular fabric, and it's a nice brim to block the rain and the wind, and it really helps. I've used it several times. Here's your little cinch straps for the hood on each side, and then there's a snap at the top and a snap at the bottom to secure the zipper, as well as Velcro flaps. And the nice thing about these Velcro flaps is they seem to hold, but they don't grip so super tight that it's hard to unzip your coat. It's a little bit smaller, which actually is some good engineering, I think. Smooth zippers. The back of the hood, it's actually quite big hood, which we'll see, has Velcro on this to adjust it too. Maybe someone has, maybe for some people the brim would hang way down, and that way they can adjust it for their head so they can see or whatever. Okay, what else about the jacket? The sleeves. The sleeves all have Velcro flaps here, and they also have elastic, and that's really a good combination because you can pick the wrist size that you like and then just leave it there. So you can, in the stretchiness, enables you to get your hand in and out of the sleeve without having to re-cinch it every single time you use it. All right. And on the left sleeve, it says Tech Water, like Tech 2.5 is their fabric. So let's try this coat on. Like I said, I usually wear size large in shirts and jackets. If I was to wear a suit coat, size 42, large seems to be a good size for me in general. Now, as far as sleeve length, these seem to be a good sleeve length. Even if you extend your arms, it's still covering you. It perhaps could be a tiny bit longer, but it all depends on the person. If you don't have super long arms, you should be fine. There's also, let's zip it up here to test, okay? Like I mentioned, the zippers are smooth and these pulls are easy. Yep, zip it right up. Now, I'll snap that. Now along the top, this whole gray layer here is a very, very soft, well this too, a very, very soft fabric, kind of like felt feeling, to be nice to your neck and your chin when you got it tight against your face. Here's our chest pocket here. It's a pretty good sized chest pocket. I mean, I'm going to guess this is probably 4 by 6 or maybe even 5 by 7. Nice and smooth, and everything has nice rain flaps to keep water and wind out. We can zip up the side pockets really easily. They're up, they're down. Now, does this one have vents? No. Okay, it doesn't have any underarm vents, but having used this model of jacket, 2 prior models of this jacket, I can tell you it's very, very light and very breathable. And if you did get hot, you can just unzip it a little bit. But yeah, very, very breathable. All right, another feature I like about this jacket is that the collar and the hood are all one unit. Some jackets, you can fold up a hood and tuck it into the collar, but it just makes a big, bulky collar that's always just, annoyingly, it looks out of place. And besides, if it's actually raining or even sometimes snowing or sleeting, it's nice having the hood out and ready to go, and you just pop it on your head, boom, and there you go. So I'd rather just have the hood all like this. It's also lighter weight. All right, let's test and zip it up. Zips way up to the top, and like I mentioned, this is a pretty big hood. I mean, what's the last hat I bought? I think 7.5 size hat. This has this nice brim here. Let's pull it down. The straps, this is a little different than prior ones. I think you just pull straight. Yep. Look at that. It really covers up your eyes, but if you're really walking into a headwind with rain, that can come in handy. Or else I could tighten the hat a little more in the back. Whoop, and there we go. Yeah, but see, in general, the website of LL Bean says that they designed this coat to be worn with a mid-weight layer underneath it. And it's nice that they also designed it with big enough shoulders. See? You have plenty of shoulder mobility. Whether you're doing whatever you're doing, you're driving your car, you're picking things up or moving things, you've got plenty of mobility. So that's a good feature. Let's actually do a turnaround while you can see how it fits with the hood on. And you can see even with the hood on, I still have mobility. Yep. This one has a little more crinkly sound compared to the, whoops, almost lost my headphone there, compared to the 7J rain jacket I mentioned earlier. But it's still not too bad. I mean, it's a raincoat. Raincoats do that. The nice thing about this raincoat, though, is it's really lightweight and breathability. I mean, I think my wife even wore it once, hers, when we were riding the jet ski because she was cold and it kept the water off. It just beads right off, which I thought was different, but works. One gripe I could potentially have, it is designed to wear a mid-weight layer under it, but for me, it seems a little bit big in the middle, like a little bit billowy, but there are those cinch straps on the hips, which really seems to help. And a nice thing about this jacket, too, is it's not super long. I mean, some jackets go really low, and then when you try to get in your car or move, it's really tight, it pulls on you. This is a little higher, it's just over the hip slightly, and that seems to be a good length. And when your hands are down, you put them in the pockets, that's a good length. They're not down here, like some jackets have been. Yeah, so I think overall, like I mentioned, this is a good jacket. It's really lightweight, it's breathable. Having worn it in downpours over several years, different models of this coat, water just beads right off and keeps you dry. And even if it's a little warmer, you don't get super hot and sweaty and clammy. I mean, within reason. I mean, if you're wearing it in the tropical rainforest, there's probably no coat that can keep you that cool and dry. But in general, yeah, it's a really good general purpose jacket. I believe it comes in 4 colors. This is probably a dark royal. Probably comes in black and sage and something else, maybe even red. But yeah, It's a good coat, and remember the warranty. Like I mentioned, 2 prior versions of this coat. I sent one in that was damaged or something was wrong with the hood, and they replaced it free of charge with this coat. And so, hey, you know, that's really standing by your products. So I have a lot of good comments to say about this coat. It's handy for those days when you're in between, you know, a little bit windy or rainy or slightly cool. It's not really insulated, so it's not good for if it's cold, but because it's so light and thin, you can really pack it compactly and take it with you, or throw it in the car if you need a jacket, and just a good all-around jacket. So yeah, once again, this is the LL Bean Men's Trail Model Rain Jacket with Tech 2.5.